Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shaab. The Congress leader, Mr. Udit Raj, he has sparked a political firestorm by calling Rahul Gandhi the second Ambedkar, a remark that's drawing sharp reactions. The BJP slams the comparison as a calculated attempt to usurp Dr. BR Ambedkar's legacy and appeal to OBC sentiments. With Bihar headed for crucial elections, is the Congress making a bold bid to recast Rahul Gandhi as the messiah of the backward classes? Or is it just political opportunism? Tonight on the show, we'll try and decode the deeper message behind the headlines and what it means for the OBC vote bank in Bihar. But before that, take a look at this report.
Ahead of the high-stakes Bihar elections, identity politics is back at the center. And this time, it's a tug-of-war over the legacy of Dr. BR Ambedkar. In a statement that triggered a political storm, Congress leader Udit Raj claimed Rahul Gandhi could be the second Ambedkar, likening the Wayanad MP to the architect of India's constitution.
यानी अगर पिछड़ों को हम ऊपर लाते हैं या दलितों को ऊपर लाते हैं तो हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था बड़ी होगी और जो समाज के अंदर असमानता है वह कम होगा। राहुल गांधी जी की बात को अगर ओबीसी समझ गया तो चल पड़ा तो राहुल गांधी उनके लिए सेकंड अम्बेडकर सिद्ध होंगे।
Udit Raj's comments come as the Congress doubles down on its social justice pitch, hoping to connect deeply with Dalit, OBC and EBC voters. Rahul Gandhi has led the charge on backward rights and caste census, themes that resonate in Bihar, where over 63% of the population is OBC and EBC, according to the latest caste survey. But the BJP has hit back sharply, accusing the Congress of politicizing Ambedkar's legacy for electoral gains.
पहले और ओरिजिनल और एक ही आम्बेडकर जो इस देश में हैं संविधान निर्माता, उनको अपमानित करने का काम किसने किया? दूसरा नेहरू नहीं बनना, दूसरा इंदिरा नहीं बननी। तो इसका मतलब साफ है कि नेहरू और इंदिरा गलत पथ पर थे। आज ये खुद परिवार स्वीकार रहा है। ये इनके तर्क है, ये इनकी परिवार भक्ति में आम्बेडकर जी के और एससी समाज के अपमान करने की कोई भी जो चांस है उसको नहीं छोड़ते।
As political battle lines harden in Bihar, the fight for Ambedkar's legacy becomes yet another flashpoint, exposing how identity remains both a powerful tool and risky weapon in Indian politics. Malvika Murli with Bureau Report for NDTV.
All right, I'm currently joined by Professor Sajjan Kumar, a political analyst. We'll also be joined by Mr. Sanjay Jha in just a short while. Sajjan Kumar, when we speak about the BJP and the kind of reaction that we have seen from them after this statement from Mr. Udit Raj, is the BJP nervous that Rahul Gandhi's emerging OBC pitch may cut into the BJP's core voter base? And is that why Udit Raj's remark has triggered such a strong reaction?
No, rather it's quite inconsistent, because if you see, comparing Rahul Gandhi as second Ambedkar has a deep meaning, has an intended support base. Now, for the last couple of years, it has been primarily the OBCs who has been the intended support base that Rahul Gandhi has been trying to reach out. However, that never succeeded. That didn't succeed, say, in Madhya Pradesh. That didn't succeed in many assembly elections, certainly not in UP. And now you have Bihar. Now, if it was BJP, OBC plank, then ideally Rahul Gandhi should have been, just as a gesture, as a posturing, being compared to Lohia, Ram Manohar Lohia, because Lohia was the ideologue and the ones who signified the consolidation of OBC against the Congress when it was the dominant party. However, not comparing Rahul Gandhi with Lohia, but rather to Ambedkar, certainly shows that party doesn't follow a very consistent political posturing. I'm just talking about the posturing, and that too in a state like Bihar, wherein more than 60% of the populace, the support base, belongs to OBC base. Two, when you compare him to Ambedkar, it doesn't cut much ice, primarily because in the Hindi heartland, still, despite the decadent phase, Mayawati is still getting 10% of the votes. In Bihar, Dalits are basically split along several Dalit faces. Still, a section of the Dalits are behind Chirag Paswan, their own community. Jitan Ram Manji also takes away a section of his own community. So, Ambedkar comparison doesn't cut ice much into the Bihar. Now, why not Lohia? That is the question. Because perhaps Lohia gave the clarion call of non-Congressism, of which BJP is also one of the experiment, right? So you remember when Nitish Kumar switched side by abandoning RJD and came with BJP, KC Tyagi, then JDU spokesperson, said that we always have been allies on the plank of non-Congressism. So what I find that, I mean, you do not see a sort of consistency when Rahul Gandhi tries to reach out to OBC for the last 2-3 years, and then suddenly he is being compared to Ambedkar. Why not to Jagjeevan Ram, who represented a Congress model of Dalit politics, Gandhian model of Dalit politics, which was juxtaposed to Dr. Ambedkar's way of reaching out to the Dalits. So that way I find a lot of contradictions, and this also shows that this posturing won't cut ice for Congress in a state like Bihar, wherein you have lost the base, and to gain it, you need to go among the bases that have been voting to you rather than just going for the politics of symbolism. Yes.
Right. Mr. Sanjay Jha also joins us. Mr. Sanjay Jha, this is what the BJP would be saying, that look, BR Ambedkar, he rewrote India's constitution, he redefined caste justice. What exactly has Rahul Gandhi done that justifies this comparison by Mr. Udit Raj?
Osama, good evening to you and to the gentleman who spoke before me. If you look at history, you have had BJP leaders who have compared Mr. Modi to God. And I can ask a basic question. What has Mr. Modi done to even deserve a 1% comparison to the Supreme Lord? So, I mean, I don't want to go down that rhetorical road. But what is the truth? The truth is that as far as Bihar is concerned, and I come from Bihar, I still have my roots there. So I'm telling you with a lot of responsibility that people in Bihar have rejected the BJP's politics from time immemorial on religious polarization. As a Bihari, I can tell you again with full responsibility, I belong to the forward caste, but I'm fully aware of the kind of exploitation that has happened of the OBCs, of the Dalits and the Adivasis in Bihar. If you look at the caste survey done, by the way, by Nitish Kumar, who is part of the alliance with the BJP, it shows you startling data in terms of the extent of poverty, backwardness. I'll give you just one example. Bihar has barely 4% postgraduates, and only around 2% of the people can afford to have cars. So the truth is that caste is therefore fundamental to bringing about both social justice as well as economic emancipation. And the reason why Rahul Gandhi today has become, I mean, the gentleman before me was saying how has Congress and Rahul Gandhi earned their stripes. The truth is you live in the moment. And in the moment in politics is about living in the moment. And the current dynamic, Osama, is that Rahul Gandhi has championed the cause of the caste survey, and most importantly, beyond the survey, of ensuring that those who have been left behind need to be brought into the India growth story. Just look at one data point. Skip the hyperbole. Let's look at one data point released by the government. Osama, look at the data of the central universities in India. And the government's disclosure is that roughly 80% of seats meant for OBC for the post of professor, and 69% of the seats for the associate professor have not been filled in central universities. And the numbers are not very different for scheduled tribe as well as for the Dalits. What does it tell you? That, all this hype over India growth story and, the typical stupid and almost juvenile hyperbole that is done by the BJP. The truth is large sections of India are not even part of the mainstream story of India's success. We have grown, we have become unequal. And the forward caste or the urban elite is the biggest beneficiary of whatever growth has happened. So Rahul Gandhi today being called by Mr. Raj as somebody like Dr. Ambedkar, etc., that is, I think, an individual opinion. He has a lot of praise for Rahul. And I think everyone has a right to make comparisons. You may disagree, that's your call. But what stops him from saying what he does?
That is absolutely fine. But what I want to understand from you, Mr. Jha, is the fact that the Congress has been accusing the BJP of tokenism. But isn't this statement by Mr. Udit Raj a blatant attempt to exploit caste symbolism for electoral gains because there is an election coming?
Well, Osama, you're a very good anchor. You're aware that whether it came to Mr. Dhankar or even the current president of India, if anybody indulges in symbolism, changing of names and all the stuff that the BJP does, I mean, they are masters at symbolism, manifesting some kind of a link to a religious goal for them. I think here is an individual adulation. And I think Rahul Gandhi, whether you compare it, I mean, obviously he has to earn his stripes. I'm not going to deny that. It's not enough to be compared to Dr. Ambedkar. In fact, that puts pressure on Rahul Gandhi to deliver on that expectation. So there's a reverse way to look at it, that if a prominent leader like Mr. Udit Raj himself, by the way, championing the fight for social justice, he's been formerly with the BJP, and he's talking about how we can help them. And Rahul Gandhi is seen as somebody who could be a crusader for change. Why not? Please remember one thing, Osama. The BJP has been against the caste survey. They have been forced to do it by the realpolitik of electoral numbers. They realized in Uttar Pradesh and in other states that the people who ought to be gaining from the fruits of India's economic growth have been left behind at the periphery. And therefore, I think currently, they oppose the caste survey because they were worried that, it will obstruct their Hindutva magic. But the truth is that rather large masses of India are not seeing the so-called, they're not on avocado on toast on Swiggy, or they're not ordering these oat milk on Zomato. They're ordinary people who are looking for a daily subsistence. And I think if Rahul Gandhi and the Congress and the India Alliance is touching that chord, I don't think the BJP should have any problem with it. Come up with a better alternative, give Bihar a special status, and let's fight an election on issues.
Okay. Let's take that question to Mr. Sajjan Kumar as well. The BJP accuses the Congress of appropriating Ambedkar, but hasn't the BJP also extensively used his name, his image, his legacy for political mileage? Because we have been seeing that happening.
Look, we have to also see the three aspects. One, you have your core ideology. And then when you want to, as Sanjay Jhaji said, that you live in the moment, and in the moment, certainly you want to reach out to new support bases, right? And therefore, you go for sort of reaching out, and that may include sort of comparing the new icons, embracing them, and adjusting and tweaking your strategy. And that is perfectly understandable. This is one. Now, in popular perception, let's take the facts. BJP still is considered, in popular perception in academia and a section of media and intelligentsia, as a party whose ideology is core Hindutva and which is upper caste dominated. This is one. But two, why is it that, and this is a very sensible question, why is it that despite the aggressive OBC pitch, still if you take away the dominant OBCs, a couple of castes, overwhelmingly the non-dominant OBCs end up voting, to BJP in many states. The question is that besides ideology, we also see the faces. And to non-dominant OBCs, barring South India, if you start from Maharashtra, Gujarat, you come to the Hindi heartland, you will find that BJP has the most relatable faces, most representative of them. This is one. So when BJP says Chal, Charitra and Chehra, I think this Chehra aspect is very important. Two, when it comes to Dr. Ambedkar, where is the problem? Why masses do not find many a times right posturing relatable? Because you cannot have upper caste leadership talking radical or having radical pitch about the downtrodden, right? Where are the faces? So it should come. Three, the problem is, and this is also as a Bihari, my take, when you are trying to reach out to Dalit, you have one of the biggest and greatest icon from Bihar, Dalit icon, Babu Jagjeevan Ram. So why Congress today is not trying to bring back to centrality the one who never lost an election, who followed an alternative Gandhian mode of reaching out to Dalit, and all the more, why not Lohia in a state like Bihar? Because if OBC pitch is the primary pitch, are you saying that Lohia is not appropriate, or is it non-Congressism? The plank you think is something that cannot be appropriated. So therefore, I said that yes, go for new posturing, go for reaching out to new section. It's go to embrace the new icons, but why not try to bring someone from your own legacy? Why to change the track? That is my problem.
All right. All I want to say at this point of time is I'm really glad that I have two such distinguished Biharis sitting on the panel to make such wonderful points. When we speak about Bihar, and it is a politically complex state where caste equation, it is everything. Can this Ambedkar-Rahul framing actually shift voter sentiments? We'll have to wait and watch and see how things develop. Gentlemen, thank you very much for speaking to us.